I'm curious to see what Luki will play because I don't think you want to be picking Pango into Nick's bat, but with the Mars taken out, I think he's going to need to play a more unique hero.
10
I
seconds
guess, actually,
remaining.
no, he's got to be on the Beastmaster, right? He's the 3 on his team.
5 seconds
So I
remaining.
guess
Right.
that's what that's going to be.
I mean, you, in theory, all right, I have seen theory crafting time. I have seen position 4 Beastmaster. It is terrible, but the thing is that all pause 4 Beastmaster gets, he doesn't go for Necron, which is why he's probably not position 4. But he also goes for, usually the Blink Dagger is one of the big things. He just goes straight for a Blink Dagger as position 4 Beastmaster.
Well, and you can see DogChamp, they banned out the Ench. They don't want what happened to them to, happen again, or what they tried to do versus them in their matchup. So they take that hero out. I know, I mean, Black and Yellow, same thing. They're just securing their heroes with their bans. They take out Rayolisa's super comfort hero. They don't want him to play Storm Spirit at all, even though it's into the Nyx. And they take out the Oracle. I mean, DogChamp, they need to get, if B9's going to be the, actually, does Yarn or P9 play the Coddle in their games? Let me see.
Yeah, let me know what comes up with that one. But we do see, finally, that the Monkey King is going to be banned out. That was one of the bigger heroes that we actually saw second phase banned, but first banned in last game. Still making it into the banned phase here. The Ricky as well, being banned.
Well, and it looks like Yarn was actually the Coddle player, so B9 might pick on Dying. We might see, they did it. They picked Pango again.
All right. I mean, it's just, Luki likes to play the hero, and Luki might be like, we've already banned a lot of the heroes I can't really fight against again, because Ricky is a good one to catch him off. The Oracle for the disarm as well as the purge. But we saw it yesterday, right? The Bat Rider was picked at one point in time, but it was Legion Commander as the response. So this is then for Beastmaster, unless this is some weird. Oh, it's mid Pango though. It could be mid Pango. I have seen Luki do mid Pango before.
And I mean, it's so strange. I mean, I feel like it has to be. But then who's gonna play offlane? Are you gonna bump Ray to play Beastmaster? It's like I'm now I just wonder who's gonna play what hero on DogChamp, because you could 4 Pango, but are you really gonna put Yarn on Pango and then make B9 play Coddle? I'm not sure who's playing what on DogChamp, to be honest, at this point. But I mean, Black and Yellow just put Grimstroke again. They're just gonna counter the Pangos very simply with the Grimstroke. They're very confident in it, and I'm guessing probably Jubei Grimstroke this time, and then Phoenix Assassin, and then you can just put the Bat Rider on Ryoya or Zero, depending on what the lane matchups are. But you got to be pretty happy, I think, right now if you're Black and Yellow.
Yeah, I mean, they've got all their comfort picks, the best meta picks, and I mean, you could already see, like you were saying, the Pango is already picked up. They got the counter for it immediately with this Grimstroke, and not to mention, if you time it right, okay, so here's the Dispel. They didn't even think about it.
Didn't even need to. That's Zero's hero right there.
This is like the hero now, because the fact that you last picked this Timbersaw, you could ban the Slark. And Slark's not even good in this game. Nyx Assassin can pick off a Slark so instantaneously.
Wow, it's just, and now that you pick the Omni, it's B9 Omni, Yaren, Coddle. It's either going to be a mid Beast or a mid Pango, and what is Ray going to play at this point? Because you're not going to pick like a safe lane Beastmaster. I feel like DogChamp's draft, it's just not making too much sense to me. And then the Timbersaw immediately after, I feel like they're going to completely struggle. Like in that previous game yesterday in Aristotle, they just had Sword on that Timbersaw. They immediately picked it. They only saw 2 strength heroes, and he was nigh unkillable. What is a Pos 5 Omni going to do versus a Timbersaw in this game?
Literally nothing.
Even the Spark. Exactly.
It's not even going to go for the Purifying Punch, as I like to call it. I don't know what it actually is called, but it's not even going to be any good. Obviously, you don't want to run that. That's never going to be a thing you want on your Omni Knight. Plus everything that comes from the Timbersaw is magic damage, so his ult is practically useless here. And like you were pointing out, there's 2 strength heroes in the game. In the previous game we had here too, it's just Timbersaw literally dominates. It might be you don't want to really run Pango versus Timber. Pango might be like the closest thing that could do damage to him right now. Because Beastmaster versus Timber wins.
Yes. And it's just I'm just so confused at DogChamp's game plan, but they need to pick they just need to pick something to bring it all together, but I don't know
Radiant's
what
turn to pick.
he's gonna play.
This is
I genuinely
mid-bat.
don't know.
This is mid-bat.
Yeah,
All right.
Rio's gonna take that one, and I mean, this is just the perfect draft. PA is just gonna be able to farm, do whatever he wants. Keeper's got nothing on PA. Pango has nothing on PA. If these heroes ever get controlled, they're just
10
food.
seconds remaining.
And I mean, Lane's pretty well versus Beast as well. If the Beast even goes versus the
5
PA, I don't
seconds.
know what DogChamp's lanes are. I know it's a Pos 5 Omni, but it's got to be Keeper, Beastmaster in the off lane, Omni 5, and then Pango mid. But
I mean, you saw black and yellow. They are banning the safe laners, so they're definitely looking at the Pango being the mid. But at the same
then
time, it's like
Pango mid versus Bat Rider.
it doesn't win, right?
It's not gonna be. It's gonna be a train wreck. I feel like.
I
But
don't
2
want to be
seconds.
like DogChamp lost at the draft, but I don't think a Jug is actually going to be the saving grace here. It is all right against the Timber in lane because you could spin and you could still deal damage to Timbersaw, but thing is Timbersaw has much better escape in comparison to Jug just spinning, and that's his capitalization of damage.
And yeah, you do see Fade. Fade is actually going to be on the Beastmaster, and Ray is going to take the Jug. So I mean, we'll have to see who has the mid items in this game. I don't know who's landing where on DogChamp's side.
I mean, we just got to wait until they're into the game, and we got to see who has the 2 Lent Tangos, and then that'll be our indication of who goes where and why they're going there.
Please Nyx is also just terrifying looking. Look at that guy. Oh my goodness.
That's actually, I think that's the Nyx set I have, or at least I have that headpiece. I think I
it's the
used that
international
headpiece,
set plus
the-
wings from. That's crazy.
Yeah, I used that headpiece, the Letician shards, and then the Letician spiked carapace, and then I don't remember where the leg armor comes from. It comes from his underbelly thing. That's under
Yeah.
the first layer of the bug, the carapace itself.
Oh man, I'm really worried for DogChamp though in this game. I don't know. Black and Yellow's draft is just so strong, and I mean Flea. If he can do what he did on Grimstroke in the previous game, I can only imagine what he's gonna do on the Nyx assassin in this game. I feel like he's just gonna be the death dealer. But
150 plus wins with 600 something games. Well, I mean, Pango's about the same story there. That's a good average.
yeah, and a pause. We're gonna take a little break.
It is
here.
mid-bat. All right, let's see who is mid over here. Did they pre-purchase items? No.
Nothing feels good though.
It's not mid-jug. You can't run mid-jug. Mid-jug would lose even harder. I'm pretty sure it has to be Lukey mid. Because you can't,
And
I mean, the
You
only
can't
reason...
run the beast mid, I don't think.
Right. But the only reason you could run Beast mid is because he'll go Boars first into Inner Beast, the very standard build, obviously, and just jungle. But you don't want to do
and
that.
I mean, and the beast is able to slow up to the bat to the point where it will get a little bit complicated for him to ever dive him, but
Yeren is in the bathroom.
okay.
Hey, you
I'm
know,
glad we know that.
bathroom's important, man. I remember
Yeah.
a lot of stuff that I remember adminning for Summit at one point in time, and it was, man, it was just like the bathroom breaks happen so often. I didn't actually know how often these players go to the bathroom. It's just they take that break, they finish their game, and then they all go to the bathroom.
It's that, I mean, it's when you're playing at this level, you know, you're burning calories 3 times more than, you know, the average human. Everything just works through you faster, you know, in these high stress situations.
How many daggers am I holding up?
Or at least that's what I'm told.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, I believe you though, because I've heard stories from people that have literally just lost weight by sitting in a chair all day. But that's because usually, they have like what are those things? Like one of those leg things underneath the desk.
Oh,
where they're
I
just
see.
like they're doing the leg exercises constantly while they're playing games.
I know, I've gotten recommended very strange YouTube videos. It's like doing calf raises for 3,000 calf raises every day for 30 days. And these guys got crazy calves, but Do I want to see that? I don't know.
I mean,
guess
all they got is leg. Do they got the body? No, they don't got no body. They got the Legos.
Exactly. But it looks
Skipping
like we
leg
are going to
day.
get started.
All right, let's see. I want to see these items. Lukey, he's got an Orb of Venom with a Quelling Blade and a full set of double tangos. So it might be mid Beastmaster then. No, Jug is
he's-
selling all of his stuff.
Yeah, he's selling his stuff.
He's going mid. Oh, no.
Oh, the Jug's going mid. Okay.
I don't know about this one, Chief. Jug's utility is based purely on just getting spin off to make sure he doesn't get chased down by this Bat Rider.
Oh, and I mean, he's got a good bat. He's going to be able to, you know, last hit mid a little bit. But as soon as he pops Blade Fury defensively to purge the stacks, he's going to not be able to lane. And Ryoya is just going to be able to walk over them after that. I mean, sending your Jug mid just to queue off the Bat Rider napalm, I mean, it almost feels like suicide, but they're kind of in this corner. They kind of needed to do this. There was really nothing else, I guess, that they felt they could pick versus this bat.
I mean, let's see. I'm trying to do the math here. So it's 42 seconds for spin at level 1.
Yeah.
In this game, you're probably going 3-1-1 in the lane. Or hell, maybe not even 3-1-1 to be honest. You're never gonna right-click a creep with a bat in the lane. So maybe even 3-2-0. But no matter what, it has to be Blade Fury 3. So you're looking at Blade Fury. It's 26 seconds. Ryoya, you're looking at Sticky Napalm for 3 seconds. In the time that it'll take Jug to have Blade Fury back up after getting slagged on by Sticky Napalm, he would have already had a little bit under 10 stacks, because it's 26 seconds. So 26 seconds minus 3 from the initial one, because it's 30 times 10. He'll have, at least if Ryoya just keeps throwing napalm on him, when he's level 5, he's gonna have 9 stacks of napalm on him every time.
Well, and Lukey goes top too. I mean, I'm sure Lukey has experience playing this hero in every situation, but still, for everything, it just goes back to this mid lane where I just don't feel great about what's happening. I mean, he's gonna spin off at 4 stacks. He's gonna, but now, like you said, 42 seconds. Now he's gonna just get some stick charges up and last hit. We'll have to see. Well, once he gets napalm, I feel like stuff is gonna get hairy. But top.
Yeah, top is already getting some aggression in. This is that Timbersaw Nyx just immediately. Like, not even concerned. Zero just bursts down Lukey immediately. And, you know, you gotta take it when you see it. There's the first BM tip of the game.
Well,
It
and
is
I was
literally
so
the most
focused-
free Timber game.
Yeah, I was so focused on this Bat Rider versus Jug that I didn't even remember that they have no hero to go versus this Timbersaw. There's literally no one. No one can come up here. And I mean, Yamsun is going to have a little bit of a rough lane just from the spam from Coddle, but once he's able to kill boars reliably with Dagger and he's able to survive bottom, I feel like his offlane and his mid are going to be able to kind of boost him up.
I mean, we did see it in that one game with the Timbersaw, where it was just Timbersaw literally dominated the whole entire game, and the safe lanes were able to do whatever they want. I don't know if that was a troll game or not, but it was something like a troll.
Yeah, it's something like that.
But he had practically immense free farm. He was literally able to do whatever he wanted, and this is exactly what the PA would need. Like you're saying, we're waiting for the point in time where he could reliably just dagger down a boar and get the instant kill on that one, but it's just like you're saying, the Nyx and the Timbersaw are going to be completely uncontested. The Bat Rider is going to be completely uncontested. And like you said, day one, if you're losing your lanes, A, this badly, and B, 2 out of 3, it's not a good thing for you.
Yeah, it's going to take something special for them to really make it out alive, I think, here. And I mean, even Flea, he's giving Zero the soul XP.
Down on the bot, though. Yamsung, he is caught out with a bit of damage there from the Ink Swell, but he does manage to get the kill, but will be traded. And you don't want to be dying, actually, because now the Beastmaster Boar is going to slow down Jubei for the time being. He will be able to salve up, though.
And Jubei did get the kill, too, so it does kind of hurt to be this PA, but that's kind of just the lane at this point. And that's not the lane to really be focused on if that's for black and yellow. They really just want to focus on getting Zero this incredible 6 timing, and then Lukey will be forced out of the lane, and then Yamsum has all the time in the world to recover. Whereas the other lineup is a lot. You can't be feeding. You need to make good rotations, and you need to keep the lead.
Lukey pops Clarity, gets immediately bursted by Flea actually going for the mana burn at level 2.
This is just brutal.
It's a hard lane to win from, though. Grimstroke and bottom might be... No, he's fine. It looked like he might have been in trouble there, but is going to be able to walk out of that one.
Well, and I mean, Ray is able to at least farm the small camp. He's able to just... He literally walks up to the wave, gets 4 stacks, spins the wave, goes to the small camp. But
B9. What are you doing here, buddy boy? Flee, he's got stun available. He's
bottom.
waiting and pumping it. He actually whiffs it, though, but it doesn't matter. Zero just bursts him immediately.
yeah, Zero is not afraid of everyone, actually. He's actually just casting his Q off cooldown, and there's nothing they can do. He's got an Orb of Corrosion as well. He's going for a Falcon Blade on Zero.
Okay,
I've never seen that before.
I don't think I've seen this one yet being picked up.
I don't think
on
I've
this
seen
Zero.
anyone build that yet.
I mean, we've been seeing a lot of weird stuff, though. We saw that Monkey King go for the Witch's Blade, but I mean, after looking at it, I did confirm that officially it does proc off of his Wukong illusions, both the ultimate ones and his Aghanim Scepter ones. So it's actually really good. It's just he still doesn't have a lot of int. So.
Yeah, and I mean, good riddance that hero gets banned all the time.
I mean,
But-
it's all class preference too, and like region preference. Like this is the North American stuff. I assure you, in like a week when we see the Perfect World stuff, there's gonna be completely different drafts. Like they're gonna run Doom. We haven't seen Doom a single time,
Yeah,
but
very
CN has
true.
always loved Doom.
Yeah. And runes are up,
This should make my life
able to kind of bully everyone off. Oh,
Amson
Yaren.
jump on top of Yaren here. They will be able to get him. No, he's gonna let him fly.
Oh, and now Juve might be in a little bit of trouble.
He's
It's
getting
only
slowed
level
down
2
by the
boar, but
boar. I mean, that's an effective slow, but they are gonna whiff the blast there. It's not gonna find much.
when
But
it's
back up
happening
in
again,
top. The Timber yet again claiming another kill. Zero just unfazed by this whole entire lane. Lukey is not done yet, though. He
Oh,
wants to kill,
no.
but playing it greedy. Spike Carapace is gonna slow down this aggression for the time being. But he will be able to disengage from this one.
no.
Lukey's not gonna push his luck too far. He's not done yet, though. He wants Flee. You can see him chasing him. He wants the right click. The stun follows through. He's got a lot of trees here. Is going to whiff the Q,
Oh,
though,
he
but at the
whiffs.
same time, he's not concerned about this. Flee is able to get out. He's got the blade up and ready, by the way. The Falcon Blade. I mean, I guess it's good for him. It's mana damage. It's mana damage. It's mana regen, damage, 150 HP. It's not the worst item in the world, but it's definitely an interesting one.
To their bottom tower.
I mean, you know he's
going
gonna go for the
pretty bad.
You know he's got to go for the cloak as well after this anyway.
Radiant's bottom
Oh yeah, the Eternal Shroud, I mean, its build-up is just crazy. And yet again, how do you kill? Nobody can come up here to kill this Timber Saw. And your mid laner is a Jug. In this long term, I mean,
Yeah, how is he doing?
he is
that?
your one. I mean, he's doing fine. He's not laning versus Ruit, but here's the thing. Bat is going to leave his lane. He's going to be able to rotate once he's done farming. Whereas Jug, you just don't have that. Jug just needs to keep farming. He needs to always be ahead of these cores. And until then, I mean, I just feel like Bat's going to be able to do stuff, whereas Jug is, what, he can maybe TP Omni slash someone. And then it's going to be all up to Fade.
That being said, though, like you are saying, actually, it is going to be up to Fade. You see that Fade's already taken the tower. That's the immediate difference you see between the Tide Hunter, between the Timber Saw and the Beastmasters. That the Beastmasters got more push potential, but this is like you were talking about rotations. Juve's up on the top. There was a dire ward that scouted this whole entire thing, though, so they know. But, Lukey's staying in the lane.
He's got 10 stick, but
Pops
he
it,
doesn't want to
Carapace
stick
prime.
around. Oh, and B9
4.
might. No boots.
Yeah, the score wand charge is available. He finds the first stun, the follow-up damage. B9 trying to heal himself up as much as possible, but they will find this kill. They see that Lukey's still under the tower. He actually forts the creeps, so they could try to get this engagement here, but Lukey now level 6. He's got roll the second he needs it.
Well, and what they need to do is they need to keep on giving EMSon this just horrible time, because right now he doesn't have a lane. He doesn't really have a game, but I mean, Black and Yellow are completely okay with it because Yamsun has time. He's got time to recover because Zero has no counter. He is unequaled, but here we go.
Oh my gosh, he actually jumped off the Omni Slash, but
think
he's
he will
actually
die.
losing quite a bit of HP here. He's burning away from the bounce of the jumps there. He will manage to get killed off there. That's the big kill for them. Almost getting the kill on Jubei there. The burst damage coming in there. Enough from that javelin. Almost getting the confirm.
And
this
I think
is good.
you're okay with trading that. Yeah, you're pretty happy.
Yeah, you see the Jug's able to take the stack over here on the corner. Most of it stacked by the Nyx, so he's not kind of happy about that one, letting it go. He's able to make some comeback gold. This is good. You see the Jug's now at the top of the net worth. If he could keep doing fights like this and be able to pump out some damage onto this Timber Saw, they might be able to get this
and
comeback.
they want to contest. They want to contest the ancient stack.
Yeah, but they see that Bat Rider, who's got most of it already killed off here. He's, in fact, not really going to be able to take much here. They do take the big dragon, and they actually bring the Jug to the low ground here. Will he get there in time? He starts the TP. He's out of there. Doesn't want to be a part of that one. They do have Jubei coming in from the sidelines here. The Stroke of Fate is available with the follow-up silence. Luki is going to just go ahead and swash to the low ground here. Whiffing the slow, but B9 dagger critted immediately. The stun is there as well as Grace, so he is going to be slowed for the time being. Dagger goes through again, though. A crit. Just crit after crit after crit. They do manage to slow him down, but not going to be enough to kill him at the end of the day.
Yep, and they're doing what I thought they would do. They do eventually send Zero versus the Beastmaster, but I mean, nope, settings.
Settings? That's a new one. What setting is what you need to change? I guess like hotkeys, maybe.
Maybe switching Timber Chain to Quick Cast or something. Make it easier to play. Something like that.
Activating rune. What?
He's activating the rune.
But there is no rune. Interesting.
We'll see. We'll see.
I mean, I want to see what it is. Oh, maybe it's the courier dying that he wanted to pause for. Oh, it was that because he wanted to rehook the keybinds for courier, but he is down here in the body. He's going to be in trouble. He actually is going to get interrupted for the first chain there. Does have a... Oh, he takes him out. He gets paid on the trade out, though. Back in the mid.
I mean, while they're busy killing Zero, Yamsun is working on his Battle Fury. I mean, you gave this Timbersaw his really lane. I mean, honestly, DogChamp kind of gave him that really easy lane just because of the heroes they've got. But this is what they want. I mean, Yamsun is going to be able to recover, and once he's recovered, it's going to be like that bottom lane never even happened. Especially with Fade going down there, which is pretty unfortunate.
Nyx clips Urin's courier on the sidelines here.
Oh, and he's cutting the creep wave so they can push the tower, it looks like.
Yeah, it is the cart wave, too. So if they get this... do we have a good camp to work off of? They do. It's the Centaur camp. Perfect.
Fleet is going to farm it. Yamsun's going to farm it.
I mean, Fleet don't need no gold. He's actually doing pretty well. He's above the support net worth of the Omni
And he
Knight.
gets his 6 from the tome.
Yeah, he's ready to go. He is smoked as well. Timbersaw in the mid. They're trying to put some pressure onto B9 here. They lasso the Juggernaut. Poor boy. Silenced up and dead. Meanwhile, Zero cleans off B9 on the sidelines here. They do know that Luki is here. Does have his role available. They get the disengage, but the Blinding Light actually not helping him there. I think that they shouldn't have Blinding Lighted, but not my story at the end of the day. Zero just going to stay on this tower, but while this all was happening, we've got the Necron army from Fade just burning into this tier 1.
Yeah, and Yamsun ping top. He needed help to defend the tower, but Zero might go down to Luki again?
Yeah, Luki actually got stuck in that corner spot there. He needs to get out of this one, but not enough regen this time. He will go ahead and fall.
And I mean, Luki's doing a really good job. He's doing exactly what he needs to. He's been, honestly, the bane of Zero's existence so far. But we keep on talking about Zero dying on the other side of the map, but Yamsun is so happy. Again, he's just one component away from his Battle Fury. And I mean, that was a lane where he had to go Ring of Regen, Ring of Health, Wraith Band, and had 30 CS at almost 10 minutes, something like that. But now he's almost completely turned it around.
Not to mention, he's also got the broom handle, so he gets the extra armor, so when he is going to get back into the fights, and, I mean, this Battle Fury timing couldn't be any better. That being said,
smoked up.
They are smoked. The Jug's on the sidelines here. He has the Omni with the Mask of Madness, so he could go ahead and drop the Omni Slash here, but with the Timber coming in, they don't want to push it too hard. They do see this stack, though.
And that's the problem as well with the matchup. I mean, as soon as he gets Omni Slash, you just blur, and then... Oh,
it's a lot of his HP being burst there by the stroke.
They need to bring all 5.
I mean, Zero's just going to soak as much of this as possible. He sees the stack, but this is going to cost him his life. They find Yaren, though, but the Omni will be dedicated for Zero. What did Flea actually do? He just straight up nuked him.
He just told him. There was nothing Yarn could do.
Just stabbed him.
The voice line's very appropriate. I don't think he had it.
Did he not have? No, he had. But still, yeah, he flat died there. But I mean, you traded your Timber Saw. I think if Flea might have been there, it would have been a different scenario. But still, you get a trade for trade. Your stack didn't all go to waste. I believe Zero got a lot of it. If not all of it.
Zero got a lot of it. And Ryoya is just kind of biding his time in the bot lane. Once he has his Blink Dagger, it's really going to be his time to shine. And then they just need to find some good initiations into the Beastmaster. But I mean, Fade's got his Necro 3. He's kind of encompassing the enemy triangle right now, which is exactly what he needs to do. And they're going to try and put some pressure on towers.
Yeah, they do want to go for this mid like you're talking about. They need this tower to put in that necessary aggression. It's the last one, the most important of all. And it looks like they're just going to let him sack it.
Yeah, I think still 400 away from the Blink Dagger on Ryoya. It might not, yeah. But Zero's going to TP in anyway, but kind of an empty threat, I think. But they're going to turn on him.
Might actually be more of a empty feed, as he is getting quite low here. He is able to get out just in time, but that slow from the Keeper is so effective.
Yeah, and the 3-man Impale too. Flea is just, he's ready to back up his boys, but it looks like they want to counter smoke. They've got one on Flea.
Yeah, they want to get ready for it. They have the counter smoke. It is up and ready to go. They've done it. The Vendetta is available, so they do want to try to find somebody to get a kill on here. Obviously, the most preferable would be Lukey or Jug. Lukey and Jug are both down here, though. Lukey's about to reveal himself into the lane. He's going for
Lukey shows in the lane. It's going to be a...
That's it. No. He's dead right here. Flea's right on his booty. There's the silence. He's actually disarmed, but he got the Carapace off. So he gets the follow-up stun, the damage, as well as the swell. Is he dead is the question, though. He blinks out just in time, but still will be bursted down by the Molotov cocktail that goes out from Ryoya.
Yeah, Fleet wanted the Vendetta hit, but he was just too dead anyway.
Zero.
And now they're going to go for Zero again.
Slow it up. He's losing quite a bit of move speed here. He's still getting caught on by this Jug. He tries to jump out of here. He's trying to put some damage out in the ground, but he just has no mana to work with. This Necron unit is burning everything.
Yeah, and I mean... perfect. Like, if they keep catching Zero at this point, before it was space for Yamsun, but now I think he really needs to start playing with his team because he is going to start losing his lead. But Roy has Blink as well, so he can start using his net worth to kind of gain them a lot in this game.
Older recall on top. He's also got his travels, so he's running pretty fast here. He needs to be careful. He might get caught by Lukey here, but with no Basher yet. Actually, he's got Diffusal coming in.
Yeah, and I mean, you saw with the Timbersaw, as soon as he's out of mana, the Timbersaw starts struggling because he's just not able to use the Timber Chain to get out. He's just going to have a lot of problems if he doesn't have any mana. And he's going for the Bloodstone next. I kind of wish he was getting Eternal Shroud, but they're converting this into a Roshan. They're playing pretty fast on DogChamp right now.
I mean, they need to be. They've got this lineup of the PA as their like really hard mid to late game carry. And they know that the Battle Fury is up now on the Yamsun. It's a matter of time. Their clock is ticking. They're taking good advantage of what time they have left over. But as soon as like a big core item is picked up on this PA, which
and they spoke up and they just see Lukey, but they don't want to start on the Aegis carrier. They want to find someone else.
They are actually 5-man too. This could be the first fight that PA might want to take part in, but looks like she's just going to look for some farming in the jungle still. Maybe
yeah, and both sides kind of know where each other is, with Zero just, you know, standing very confidently. And they want to put on their own pressure. They don't want to keep reacting to Fade's pressure, but at the same time, he's getting a T2 right now. And there's really no rebuttal.
Lasso on the Juggernaut. They bring him back in with the follow-up stun, the silence, and the Wombo combo. They get him. See, here's the other thing, though, is that, like you're talking about, they're finding all these good traits and picks. They're taking off this Timbersaw, but they kill the Juggernaut quite often. And PA's yet to die. Zero. He might be in trouble here. He's actually in probably the worst spot to be in as a Timbersaw, but now being up on the high ground, he's going to be fine. No. They do drop the Soulbind, the double silence as well. Flea looking for a good double angle. He does get it, as well as the PA jumping in. They get the first kill on B9, and now the first life. They get the kill on Yaren as well in the backlines, and Lukey, with no escape available, he actually jumps up to the high ground, but jumps back down to the low ground, and will be picked off there. And that is huge for Black and Yellow. It's the first fight that PA was able to take part in, and was able to do it effectively. They're not
And
done,
I'm surprised
actually.
they stayed there. Oh,
They
Fade.
want Fade. They've got
Oh,
one
no.
stack on him. They do get the stun
The
immediately
Carapace.
out from the Necron unit, but yeah, that Carapace just burned him away. But Flea might actually die to these
He might,
Necron
yeah.
units. He will indeed do so.
Oh, Ryoya.
Ryoya's gotta be careful too. The range Necro. Oh my goodness!
Should have seen that coming.
He should have seen that coming.
The orange just
Oh,
has the best
B9 though.
missiles. Yeah, they get B9 with the silence.
Radiant should look to
Oh
their
my
middle
goodness.
tower.
And I mean, that all started off, I don't know how Jug got so separated from his team. They were all together pushing that T2 top, and then Fade just had to stay there. He wanted to finish off the tower, and he got it eventually. It ended up being really worth for him, I mean, with that double kill, but
Dire's bottom tower
I don't
is
know how
under
Jug got, he just TP'd back to farm a little bit too soon, I think.
Yeah, it was just maybe he just didn't read the situation. I mean, there are Radiant wards littered everywhere. I think at this point in time you're gonna see Yaren just
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
sweep through here and do some dewarding. But like the vision is also helping him so much here. Though I say that up in the top lane, Timber in a bit of trouble here with no mana in the
Yep,
pool.
no mana.
I mean,
He
he
has
has to
confused one
wand
Luke as
and
well.
W, but like that's some very niche timing there. He's pinging out the top. He's like, yeah,
Yeah.
this is warded, guys. Okay, are we going? He's got the Hood of Defiance in his inventory.
Oh,
I think this
bottom?
is Eternal Time.
They
Yeah, back
see.
in bottom.
Oh no, he bombed.
They got the
He silenced
silence with the
himself.
burn as well as the follow-up damage. This man is just gonna burn the grave.
Yeah, he masked so that way he masked to try and catch up to the courier, which was delivering, I think, Jubei an item, and then he was just dead. He was double silenced. He got Grimstroke silenced, and then he's just what? Yeah, 1300 HP Jug. He's just not the strongest hero on the map right now.
Especially since he had to go for that Mask of Madness build. He doesn't even output a great amount of damage. His damage comes from Omni Slash and the eventuality that's going to be this SNY.
Well, I mean, the bright side is that Fade is having a really good game, but
Dagger goes out on Lukey. The silence is there, but they do have the Purge.
yeah, they kind of want to disengage.
Ooh.
They either want to burst the BM, but they're underneath Dire. Or
They're gonna get
they're
Grim.
underneath Vision.
Jubei goes down. They have the Soul Bind.
Oh,
Actually,
Yam's on-
PA is by himself here. He's just
If
out
he
of
can cut the
range.
trees and juke, yeah, he didn't lose his blur.
for Radiant.
And I think he wasted the Hawk too. Yeah, he's out.
Finders, keepers.
You can see that Jug's looking for. They
A long
pinged him
TP
too.
as well. 4-second TP,
Precious bounty.
but he's able to run. And I mean, aside from that death top though, Ryoya is very farmed. The Spat Rider is
Is under
doing so much damage. If he just needs to find a few more picks. I think Zero is the one who's been struggling the most, but that's just because there have been so much effort put into shutting his game down afterwards that Yamsun is fine. He's getting a BKB next, and once Yamsun has BKB, I mean, he's literally good versus all of DogChamp's heroes. This PA is really a threat at that point, but right now they can pressure a lot of towers with Fade. If they could keep the towers rolling, this next Roche is going to be a big point of contention. If they can keep all of that going for him, then DogChamp, I mean, they've still got a shot. They need to find the Bat Rider, though. If they get the jump onto the Radiant, then I think they can win these fights pretty handedly at this stage of the game. But until then, I don't think they're very happy farming.
Scanning for enemy.
Yeah, they want to be making plays. They want to be getting everything as humanly possible. It's just,
Dire's
I mean, what do you want to do? You wait till the next Roche? Is Roche even going to be the one thing that's going to give them that takeover? I mean, it's 2.5 minutes,
They're
possibly.
looking for Jug again, but this is what I mean. Ryoya's kind of a little bit deeper than he probably wants to be.
Flea. Ooh,
Here we
gets
go.
spotted
He's-
by B9, and there you are. You're getting it
Oh,
right,
he's got the blink
Ryoya.
out.
Yeah, he's got the blink. He'll be fine. B9 with no specs in the degen aura just quite yet, so they can't get the
And
chase
if
on
they
him.
chase Ryoya into the entire 5-man, they've got to realize something's up. They can't stay here.
sorceries availed. Middle
And they
There is a
recall
lot of
Fade, I
chase
think?
available.
No, Fade is coming to cut them off.
Radiant's middle tower
I mean,
is
this is
under
what they want, right? Fade's coming in with all his creeps. They saw him TP. They see Fade in the back lines. Now they see all these creeps. Flea's scouted
They
out
got
by
him.
the Necron unit. He's slowed down, and he's going to be in trouble.
Oh,
but the
nice
lasso
Carapace.
immediately as response. The Carapace, too, they find this insta-kill back on the Beastmaster, but still trade Flea. He's up in the air. He's going to get bursted down here. There is the Soul Bind, the double silence. Jubei, he's got to at least pump some damage on the way out. He will be
Oh,
doing
no, now
so, but
Zero
now
might be in
Timber
trouble.
slowed
Yeah,
up
fine.
here. He's going to be in trouble, too. They find the kill on B9. This is the first reveal of the BKB, but the Omni Slash on the Yamsung, he's just unable to get damage out here.
Yeah,
he
he's
will jump
focusing
straight to
Yara.
the keeper, though. He wants Yaren at least to get a trade on the way out. Lukey does go down, actually. It is just this Jug here. The Bat Rider comes in. The lasso is not available, but they don't even need it. They're going to find the slow. They're going to find the spin following soon. They have to buy back on this Omni. They have to meet him at the tower for the heal. The Yules is going to be there. Zero lining up. There's no additional damage. Yangsum jumps in. They do have the ultimate expended.
They've got to disengage now.
They had to do it. They had to end up dropping wings. There was no way that Guardian Angel, if it wasn't up, that Jug was going to be able to escape.
Well, and that's just gonna be the core matchup. As soon as Yamsun got Omni Slash, he just took it. I mean, there's no MKB on Jug. He just evaded half of the Omni Slash slashes, and as soon as he got out, he was just there to help his team. It's unfortunate that Black and Yellow supports got caught out, but immediately Fade got traded, so that team fight was. Both sides just couldn't get the initiation they wanted, and Rio just found this pick, and he's getting an Octarine Core next as well.
I mean, you get that lasso up quicker, you get the Firefly up quicker, not to mention, since it does have the cast range, it's perfect. Like, this is actually the Bat Rider item now. It was always the Bat Rider item, to be honest, because it was, because people really liked having the almost continuous uptime of Firefly.
Fade? If Flea finds Fade, but he can't walk into the Necro Creeps.
Well, he is about to do that. No, nope, he'll be fine. The creeps are going to die off there, as time does.
Using the Necro Creeps to get a lot of map control, which is really good. I think it really is going to come down to this next Roche fight, because that's the only... Oh, Ryoya.
They find him. They get this Beastmaster. That's huge if they get the finish off here. He is glimmered, though. They can't find him. There's no reveal, but the burst damage is there from Zero. They clean him up, no problem. They're not even done. They find B9. B9's got no real escape mechanism here. No BKB, no TP, no nothing. He's just straight dead. He does have TP, but you're not going to TP out there. He's also on dieback. He bought back for that last fight there, so they're going to contest with taking this mid tower, but Yamsung, he's hunted.
Yeah, he's already got it. I mean, he's really starting to become problematic.
Oh, they found him.
Oh, Lukey.
The Yule's on the Lukey. They've got the follow-up stun. In comes the PA Yamsung. He's trying to get him, but doesn't have a good angle. The Soulbind is going to be thrown out there. He doesn't want to connect, but he's actually still rolling around here. This seems like a... Okay, well, he's fine. It looked like there was a chance they might be able to get the jump on him, but they're going to let him go.
He actually has the +3 second rolling thunder duration, so it lasts longer than it sounds. The sound effect goes, I think. So you always feel like it's going to end sooner than it is. But Roche maybe respawning now.
And the TP
and it does.
Roar immediately onto this Timber Saw, and now we see him. He's at 0 mana again, but he's able to get the disengage.
The Timber Chain.
Just in time, but Lukey is slowed up here on the sidelines. He manages to find the disarm on the disarm on the PA, and immediately the Omni gets dedicated, but it actually just whiffs because of the blink out.
And that's the matchup for you. Oh no. And during this entire time, Ryoya gets bottom lane in, and now if there's any play on the Roche side, I mean, they're gonna have to sit back and farm bottom. And if they're not farming bottom, then they know exactly where they are, and then Black and Yellow can just get a successful smoke in, or Flea can find a pick, and I don't know, if Black and Yellow get an Aegis, I think this game is going to be really, really difficult for DogChamp.
I mean, what are they going to do even really to be able to contest this? Once they get inside there, it's going to be kind of a one-way fight there.
Yeah, they just need to keep the vision advantage the entire time, but Ryoya is just so on it. If he gets the Beastmaster again, then I don't know if they're going to be able to contest. But with the Deso on PA, I mean, this Roche is dying. And I mean, they scanned it. Lukey's finally coming over now.
I mean, there's not really much they're going to be able to do about this one, though. The Abyssal? Did I hear an Abyssal? What was that?
I think that was just a Phantom Strike crit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but now he has an Aegis. Now there's a Cheese, I think, moved over to Zero. So now Zero doesn't need to worry about getting bursted. There's no Spirit Vessel, I think, anywhere in the works. And I don't know, this game is spiraling a little bit.
I mean, it's not even that far behind, though. It's only a 6K net worth lead. But, I mean, you could see at the net worth chart here with the graph. It's like, there's been periods of times where it should have been their game.
Yeah, and I think a part of that is just fundamentally the Beastmaster is just not this Bat Rider pick where you can just You go, you kill someone, you move on, you drag him into 5 heroes, whereas it's always the primal, you have to primal roar and you have to run at them. And I don't think they're mobile enough on DogChamp. Their heroes are really you counter initiate with DogChamp's heroes. I don't think you can't aggressively, you know, coddle someone. You can't aggressively Omni Knight someone. Whereas Flea, Grimstroke, they just have these more aggressive heroes in the draft that just lets them play the way they are. So if Fade's not finding anyone, and I already said that's not the best jump, then they're having problems. And Zero's just running at them.
Finds B9 immediately. He's looking for this Juggernaut. The S&Y is up there, but at the same time, B9's just getting... Oh! That's a 1200 crit straight to the face.
Oh, and they don't have creeps, but I mean, who cares? They're... Oh,
Luki. Ryoya tries to find the lucky cocktail, but not able to get the flame break jump on him just quite yet. He has his own personal Yules, though. Luki does try to come back in. He whiffs the initial jump as well. What's the timer left on this bad boy? Oh, he'll be fine.
Yeah. It's like deceptively long, but still, I think they're just gonna move in on this mid tower. They actually see Fade. Oh no.
Oh, if they find Fade, this is huge, actually. They've got the lasso. They didn't use it last time, and the Nyx is here. He's like, you know, all those Dagon units you're leaving behind? Well, this is revenge. And they finally get this Beastmaster. That's huge. They got a whole minute without their best Disabler, but at the same time, PA's in a bit of trouble. Aegis expended.
She loses Aegis.
They have plenty of, like, disengage, though. They've got the Blink. They've got the nearby supports, as well as the BKBs available, so... Aghanim Scepter is actually next for this PA. I'm always like 50-50. Oh, hang on. PA jumping in immediately, going for Mesa,
Nice
but he
for
is able to
29.
disengage. B9 using everything in his kit to make sure his survival is necessary. B9
Now
daggered
B9
again.
out of mana.
Well, he's got all of his mana back now, thanks to
Okay,
good
there
old
we go.
Keeper of the Light.
Yeah, I guess one shocker really, it is kind of his entire mana pool.
Let's see, what is it? It's 340. Yeah, so it's 340. That's pretty much his whole mana pool.
519. He can cast his spells. He can cast 4 or 5 spells.
Imagine if Silencer was in this game. Omni's died so many times.
Oh,
If
Flea.
9 of... Oh, hang on. Flea. He's in trouble. He breaks the Lincolns that's fresh on Lukey.
The ink flows.
It's like a luau. Leaky.
I'm sure that actually is something that they do in actual luau's. Timbersaw might be in trouble here. Hit with the roar. His mana is burnt, but he does have cheese and was able to get away from this one. Refusal's on him. Now he's got the slow from the Keeper of the Light. And Jubei actually on the sidelines is going to be picked here. They whip the chain here. He's got the cheese. He eats the cheese and pops the stone. Will he get out in time? He jumps to the high ground, low ground. I mean, over to the right side. But they see where he's going. The chakram brought him back in, but he's fine. Or is
might
he,
still
though?
give chase. I mean, the coddle, he sees
There's
him.
the Keeper slow, like you're talking about. He starts the TPs out of here.
Yeah. Still good picks. Lukey kind of playing out of his mind is able to find that. They had that dire ward bottom, just able to see Jubei just on the clip of it. He thought he was completely fine hiding behind those trees, but not the case. And I mean, you lose what? You actually only use Jubei. I thought they maybe lost the Timbersaw, but I mean, they're fine with that. I feel like they're just gonna keep farming up. I don't know about the Ags on PA. I mean, it does let him. Actually, I'm not even sure. It stops him from being solar bound or solar binded, but
Oh, hang on. Keeper of the Light's gonna be in trouble here. Brought down with a lot of burst damage, and Yamsung able to come in there with a little bit of extra cleanup. And now they're gonna go for this mid tower. But yeah, I don't know as well how I feel about this Aghanim Scepter PA. I mean, it's just
I mean, I get
to be
it.
instant, and it's a dispel.
So you can always get out of Omni Slash. I feel like is a big aspect of it. You don't need to worry about that. You also don't need to worry about Lucky Shot anymore. But aside from that, I mean,
Timber.
it's good.
Slowed by the
Oh no, Fade.
Oh, Fade. Oh, he's not. He actually got away just in time there. Plus, I think that cocktail definitely threw him down to the low ground, so that was not exactly a great toss there. But again, it's really hard to account for everybody's total move speed in this game, especially Beastmaster.
Ryoya was pretty far away, but he even almost got him. But now Flame Break has 2 charges. It's such a crazy talent. It is funny that it says 2 Flame Break charges, and it actually just gives him 1 Flame Break charge, but it's okay.
That is weird, actually. That's... Huh. Yeah, because all the
In-
other ones that are like extra, it says extra charge. Maybe it should
Valve?
say 2 total.
Fix? Yeah.
I mean, I
In
don't
the
know,
tower.
man. Valve, they're busy with other stuff. They're busy like putting in all this secret lore about the Black King.
Literally
Dagger.
unplayable. Oh,
Jug's just like spinning
Spin.
reactionary. He's like, nope, no.
but Flea is not brave enough. He doesn't want to blink into under a hawk but they smoke
Oh,
up
they
and they might
smoking
just run right in. They're
here's the
standing very confident on the high ground, but Zero doesn't care.
He's got no trees to latch onto though. All right, they're gonna go for the lane at this point. They want to try to at least put some pressure to this tower, but at the same time, they're counter wrapping here. They're smoked themselves, and Fade
Well,
is
and I
the
mean,
only one
Flea-
that's visible here.
Looks like Flea is kind of privy to what's going on. He's ready. Sees that they're not defending the tower, so he was
mean, does
looking to kind of
B9
break a smoke, but oh yeah, and look,
B9's
he's
dust
hiding in the
is-
trees.
The B9's dust is actually in his backpack, so once the smoke breaks, they don't know where
Oh,
he's
they
at.
pop
They
his
break the
Lincolns.
Lincolns, but at the same time, Yamsung, he's got to be careful here. The BKB is available. The
Oh, the
dagger
perfect
goes out. The
leash.
double lasso as well. They get this beautiful one indeed, but they do throw down the Guardian Angel. Holds off for the time being, but the
Nice
roar goes out.
Omni.
The Omni Slash is loose, and they will get this kill. They trade off Juve as well. The buyback from Omni immediately. They're looking for the Bat Rider. They're gonna get him no matter what. And I believe I even heard a Will-O-Wisp in the background here, slowing down Zero, but he's
No,
able to jump to
Zero.
the high ground, starts the TP, and no basher on this Jug. They're gonna be able to get out of this one. Flea's like, they're gonna push down this whole entire lane here. Just drawing on the map.
It was a fantastic soulbind, and it was a fantastic double lasso as well, but he actually dragged the rolling Pango through Yamsun, so Yamsun couldn't get his BKB off and hit during the entire duration of lasso, so Jug was able to get off his Omni Slash, and that just kills him now. He's got his MKB finally. So I mean now, it's completely 360, at 4K gold swing at the minimum, I think.
You can see it on our net worth graph. Yeah, you can see that big drop right there. It's even coming down. It hasn't even gotten to the net worth graph yet, and you're gonna see the big chunk just disappear from that one. They want to get this Rax, but there's no creeps to work with because your Nyx is cleaning up creeps in the backlines here. Flea, though, is
Oh,
going
and
to
now
be in
he's
trouble.
caught.
He's right on top of a sentry. But still, he did his job. He quelled the creep wave to make sure that none were getting there before the rest of the cores were up.
Well, I mean, this is why this hero is so contested, especially versus DogChamp, but Yarn is just a beast. He's just been... That was, I think, the first time we really saw Will-O-Wisp doing a lot in the fights, but he's just tearing them apart, to be honest. Black and Yellow have not gotten a good team fight since the Will-O-Wisp has been up. I think they just need to find a good initiation again on a DogChamp, but now with the net worth kind of evening out, I think the DogChamp might be, you know, pulling ahead a little bit.
I mean, they're definitely showing that they've got it going. I mean, at this point in time, you're seeing the Abyssal be built for that Jug, like you were talking about. They got the Monkey King bar. They're able to do so much damage. It's just they are breaking up with this team fight a little bit, and like they're coming out of this one. Despite the mid Juggernaut against the Bat Rider and the not exactly preferable lane with this Timbersaw, the Timbersaw isn't as strong as we were expecting him to be come this point in the game. Like, this isn't the Timber that we saw yesterday. This is a different Timber. And, well,
Yeah.
I mean, it is also a different player. But,
And
like,
I mean, I think Lukey, honestly, the one he's been counter-rotating the Timbersaw for the majority of the game. In that early phase where, I mean, Timbers take their lead and they really expand on it, Lukey was just there with Fade's lead, and they were just took him out. I mean, Pango's just one of those, you don't need a lot to make Pango feel impactful. You just need 6, maybe a Javelin. Oh, and Fade might bump into Yamsun.
Flea is also up here as well. There's a couple up here. Yamsung is trying to disengage. The roll goes out immediately by Lukey, but they see Juve first. They're like, okay, well, this is the assured kill.
It is hard to get on top of him with the blur.
Especially if he actually did finish Ags. Yeah, he did finish Ags. He's going to go for the Nullifier next. Try to pump out some more damage as well as getting the constant dispel, which is good.
And I mean, with Roche respawning, that's going to be the next big objective. Tier 4 items are also up. I see a Trickster Cloak on Jug. I mean, probably give that to Yarn, and he's just going to keep on being really, really obnoxious with this Keeper of the Light.
And I did check. It is the Refresher shard on the on the Roshan this time around. That's pretty good for both teams here. You look at the Grimstroke, you get double Soulbind. You look at the Bat Rider, you get double Lasso. You look at the opposing team, you see double Roar. You see double Omni Slash, double Wisp, double. Actually, DogChamp had more
double Wisp
too.
Yeah, the double Wisp would be really bad for Black and Yellow, because they're actually really bad at killing the Wisp. Only really the PA can hit it, and I mean, even though it only has 6 hits, I mean, with 2 of them going on and all the chaos in the fights, I don't know, Yamsun is having a lot of trouble existing in these fights, and Fade is looking bottom, trying to catch a split push, it looks like.
I mean, Zero is trying to bait off a little bit of aggression here, trying to put some
Flea.
unnecessary aggro. Flea is going to be spotted, though, by this Beastmaster, but since he is just brought down... Well, they got a sentry. Never mind. They will find him at the end of the day. And it's, I mean, it's gotten to the point of the game where you really don't want to be trading off your Nyx like this.
Well, and now, I mean, they're playing scared. They don't want to actively fight. It feels like Black and Yellow need that good jump, or they need Yamsun to be even more farmed before they can really take a good fight. It feels like the game is kind of reversed roles almost at this point, where now DogChamp are the aggressors and Black and Yellow are playing for the late game.
Wait. Hammer time. No.
I love the NA pause where just like, sec.
Yeah. Like, no explanation whatsoever. Like, half the time, people are like, they give you a whole essay as to what they're doing. But NA, it's like, hang on.
Okay, G.
Okay, go. We're good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the glory of NA pauses. Like, you may or may not know what they are, but you know that they're just brief, and there's no explanation behind them.
Oh, and Penta Edge sword dropped, Leveler dropped. I mean, Luki's got a Spell Prism. I mean, these T4s are really good. Same time, I think, yeah, Fleet's got a Stormcrafter. That's probably one of my favorite new items. It's pretty cool, like the mini Yules.
Sorry, I was looking around for it. Oh, it's on the... I'm like, where is it? I'm trying to find it. There it is.
Yeah, on Fleet.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Cyclones you for not even a whole second. I mean, that's good in his scenario. He keeps on getting jumped on. Ryoya.
And Ryoya?
He's hanging around over here. He's got an E-Blade now. But I don't think you want to jump this Bat Rider here. Especially... Oh, no. Ooh, good read
At the
there.
same time, Flea gets the bot outpost, but now, unless he TP's out, he's kind of locked himself down here. Oh, and they've got a ward too. They
got him.
Oh,
They just Mask of Madness into the bash here. Flea, he needs to disengage, but they'll find the kill. It's just, I'm going back to it again. You don't want to be trading your Nyx like this anymore. He's not exactly a low net worth target. He's got 8K.
Well, and because DogChamp are able to just keep these waves in almost habitually, it has been hard for them to kind of go Roche. They don't really want to play into Black and Yellow too much, but as this net worth evens out, I can't help but feel like DogChamp just simply has the better team fight. And as this game goes later on, I feel like that's going to matter more and more. With the Will-O-Wisp, with the Pango roll, I mean, even just having the Omni, having the Guardian Angel late game, Yamsun has to wait for that to be gone. That's why he's going for the Nullifier, so that way he can stay on the target he wants, but...
Oh, here we go. The double chakram being shown off here, but the bring in, they brought in the Jug. He comes in to try to save Ryoya, but it's not going to happen. And now, in fact, he looks like the one that'll be in trouble here. Getting bursted down, not losing all of his mana quite yet, but he is going to be slowed. The Keeper slowed as well.
Oh, but
Zero, he's just dead here. He's moving at 0% move speed purely because he's just stunned with the Abyssal Blade as well. He's just getting clicked left and right. Jug may not have a lot of damage, but man, he sure is pumping it.
And there's no buyback on Timber. I mean, if they really wanted to, they could just go Roche, but they're drawing for mid.
I mean, they want to get some aggression down. They want to force buybacks, but little do they know there are no buybacks available for either of these heroes. Not out of money, I believe. No, it is both out of money.
Yeah.
Triple daggers. No crits there, no bashes, no nothing. This tower is going to go down here. They drop fortification for it. They're going to bring the creeps in the backlines here, but PA can't jump in solo.
Yeah, and she's really scared of going in just because they still have ward. They had to use Omni Slash and the Will-O-Wisp, but aside from that, they're super confident just sitting on the high ground. And I feel like it's got to be at least 2.
Yamsun's
I mean,
nest
gotta
item.
be respawning, but It's got
It has to be. There's nothing else that you could do as this PA if this game even continues.
And the
backdoor is there.
But yeah, you're backdooring it. The inner beast is too strong.
This is the thing about Beastmaster. Why do you ban him? This is literally it. You could see him just going to work, and now the roar immediately. He's just dead.
I know, I mean, their options are blown wide open. Like, Nyx doesn't have buyback either. They don't even need to go anywhere if they don't want to. If they kill Bat one more time, I mean, it actually is just going to be game.
I mean, they're going to be able to burst this down through the back door. Jug is unafraid of this, like you were talking about. It's literally this effective inner beast aura, dude. It's strong. It's crazy. And they're just going to work. The backdoor protection, guess what? Not going to matter. They bring it in. Here's the team fight. They actually have a stun immediately on B9, but they do get the ult out there at the last second. They do have the leash in the backlines, but Yamsung, losing all of his HP, able to blink away, though. The Jug is there. He spins, but BKB from Yamsung being thrown out there. They want to get some important, crucial kills here. If they find something, that's great. The Nullifier is shown off here. Yamsung finds the kill on the Jug, actually. That's a big one, but still at the same time, Yamsung, very low HP. He has buyback. He has to. He'll buy back into this game. He'll end up getting the kill here, and that is a 5-man team wipe. But at what cost? You lost your 2 racks here. You spent a lot of time. And looking at the fight recap, it is... Oh, never mind. Holy moly. I thought it was going to be much worse than this. But no, it's the other way around.
Well, and I mean, it was looking good. Fade, he was just sitting there right-clicking the the racks the entire time, more or less. But they did exactly what they needed to do. They popped Pango's Lincolns, they dragged him in, they delayed him so long that he didn't feel too great about rolling. They did have to expend 2 buybacks, but they did exactly what they needed to do. They got in on the supports. Yarn wasn't able to run. Yamsung popped his Lincolns as well. They killed him with the Nullifier. And then the fight gets way easier. Once these supports are out of the mix, then the cores do start to falter a little bit. Especially with the Carapace, the Nyx, he's just showing off. And you do have to buy back on PA, but now he's got Refresher, now he's got Ags, now he's got Aegis.
He's got everything he wants. They're going to go down to this mid. They're already applying pressure to it. Like you said, though, the PA hasn't been here yet. But it's just they're applying as much pressure as humanly possible. They have no damage otherwise, but... Yeah, they've got the Aegis, they've got Cheese, they've got Refresher Shard. This will bring up the BKB to be up. It's still at 7 seconds as well. Like, PA's not here. They want to try to force something, but they're not afraid of losing a set of racks here.
Yeah. And they're not gonna pop any buybacks, I don't think. Just gonna get the melee and leave. They don't want to risk anything either. They're at this point in the stage, they need to start playing very safe as well. Any lost team fight could be a little bit too much as this game really levels out. This game is looking super even now.
Yeah, after that transaction, even if the PA did buy back like you were saying, but it's just looking at the net worth, it's still a 3K net worth lead. But it is anyone's game. But I think that this Divine Rapier, when it gets purchased, if it ever does, is going to be the big game changer. Not to mention a Hex just picked up on this Grimstroke. That is a huge item to take a big next team fight here.
Smoking immediately, they want to find, I mean, even if they find Flea, I think that could just mean the last racks. Maybe not the Ancient, but they're both smoked up. They both want to find the supports on each side.
They want to
Zero's fine showing himself.
I think they're going to find Yaren first, but they see the Zero being revealed in the lane here. The Shadow Blade actually up on the Jug. They want to look for more, though. They have to let it go. They drop a scan. They know exactly where they are. That scan was beautiful. No Seer Stone, though. That's the other form of a very beautiful scan.
Oh, and they're just going to go mid. They're going to force the Dire. They're going to force DogChamp to show in their base. They can't stay bottom. They can't stay hiding, but they need to be seriously worried about the split push. If they can touch the top racks again, I don't think they have Glyph yet, but they will back. They will decide to respect black and yellow.
Yeah, there is a Dire Glyph available for them, though. They find a Bash actually on this PA, but they are able to force staff him out as well as the Blink jump away. Lukey might be playing a little bit fire here. The Abyssal Blade is there. Unable to jump to the high ground. They find the lasso on this Beastmaster. If they get this kill, he's dead immediately with no buyback. The Omni goes through, but it's mostly on creeps. Yamsung, he's able to get out of here. The Omni Slash doing literally nothing. Nyx comes in. The spiked Carapace with the beautiful setup. The Refresher Shard comes in. Juggernaut caught. No buyback for him either. PA looking for lucky patches. Anything, doesn't have one anyway. They find the kill on Bloody Knight as well. He has to buy back immediately. E-Blade goes through. Lukey's going to be in trouble. Buys back immediately as well. They have to keep this game going. They don't even have a Divine. They're just pumping this damage raw. Zero's just gonna take this Rax. They're gonna take the top tower. They want to take as much as possible. They want to force buyback from either Jug or Beastmaster, but I think they even know that it's just, no, there's just no money on Beastmaster and no money on Jug. They don't know there's no buybacks.
I think as soon as they start hitting this tier 4, I mean, and nothing gets forced, I mean, they just need to keep disarming him. Luki needs to delay for a really long time. He does have roll again, but...
Dagger goes through. They break the Lincolns. The Hex combo, it's there, but he's able to get out just in time. They will throw down the Will-O-Wisp. Jube is going to stay in the circle to try to clean this up here. He is going to go for Luki at the same time. Dagger goes out from Yamsung. He's just staying on this tower, hellbent on trying to confirm the objective. Not disarmed, has daggers available. We'll just keep on tossing them where the time be. He finds this jump on the Keeper. It's huge if they get it, and they will indeed get the Keeper. Age is still live on that. The buyback comes out for him, and immediate burst damage out onto this Omni Knight. P9 hits the floor, and Yamsung is still alive. The daggers can be thrown at any time. Low mana, no HP. He does have Aegis. It's not the end of the world for him, but they're trying to buy as much time as possible. Flea jumps in with the Carapace, the double jump as well with the Chakrams. They're not going to get this kill, though. They have to let him go, and now the cores are alive. They need to be careful here. The Roar's going to be dedicated out onto this Batrider. The Lotus Orb's going to be there to try to slow this aggression, but they have the Soulbind available. The Juggernaut is back. They need to leave. It's no longer safe time, boys. They have the Batrider buyback. He TP's back in at the same time. Yamsung needs to get out of this one. Luki trying to come in, and they will be able to hold their base for the time being.
And I mean, that's like 3 buybacks down, but you got to be happy with that. Your buybacks are going to be coming up a lot faster than theirs are. Yamsun's is up in 2 minutes. There's no buybacks on the enemy team, and all it takes is one lasso, and then, I mean, the game's going to be blown wide open. But that was perfect from Luki. And I mean, that's the problem with Black and Yellow's draft. There really is no great tower push. It really all is Yamsun. If they had any other combination of heroes, I feel like the game would almost be over then and there, but there's still a game to be played. But like I said, they find these pickoffs, and then this game is looking to be over. That's why both teams need to be so careful leaving the base.
Double damage.
Oh, that's the case here. They find Luki immediately, but the Omni Slash goes through. Are they going to kill off anybody on this scenario? No, they get nobody. The Yules is going to be there right in the immediate for Ryoya. They're going to find this Jug. He's going to die back. There's nothing they can do. That's literally good game at this point. Sure, you got the Beastmaster for Roar. The Omni Knight's going to be up, and both your supports are here.
Beast is trying to rat. He's trying to throne, but...
I mean, I don't know if you can backdoor this bad boy. You even have the Batrider here. They're just dropping GG. They know it's done. They can't do it. I mean, you can see... that Fade is back here. Shout out to Amazing Machines. I don't know who that is. But they're not done is the thing. Black and Yellow, they take it. They go up into the Div 1 now. But at the same time, Dog have a chance to come back in the lower bracket. They could still qualify for Div 1.
I mean, they had a fantastic showing in this game. They were really showing, I mean, Luki showed why he is this Pango player. He kept the fort down. He was the main catalyst for pretty much everything in this game. I mean, Fade was filling that kind of farming role in the Beastmaster, but he was making plays on the Timbersun. He's, I think, the sole reason why this game was as close as it was. He was really keeping Zero on the down low, and I mean, that was delaying Black and Yellow's game plan for so long, but it's almost like critical mass got hit. As soon as 45-minute mark happened, the pickups get more and more important, and they get 2 racks. They get 2 racks, they have all of this gold, and then they don't have buyback on either of their cores, because I think they just buy out for Boots of Travel, or they bought a Shadow Blade, and then the game gets incredibly close and tight-knit.
I mean, let's see. I know he bought a Shadow Blade right at the end. What happened? Yeah, it was a Shadow Blade right at the end there. So he went for the Silver's Edge by the looks of it. But like Silver's, that's not your winning item. That breaks PA's evasion. And I guess Timbersaw's like armor, but that wasn't even the issue at the end of the game, like you're saying. Actually, it looks like Yamsung did buy the Divine, like right at the end.
Yeah, right at the end. He also had a DD rune as well, so the pushing was no longer a problem at that point.
Oh, I see. So he got the Aegis and then he walked over to the Roshan and bought it, basically. Or no, that's not it. Yeah. That's a big time between it. That's 4 minutes.
Yeah, I think just before that last push where they were able to pick off Luki, he walked over to the side shop after they backed after Ryoya's buyback, and then they just find him. And then just that last pick, it was super unfortunate. They were walking out of the base. He probably thought the map was a little bit reset after they wanted to back off after Ryoya's buyback, but Black and Yellow just defy expectations. They find him, they kill him, no buyback on Pango, and I mean, that was your strongest hero defending the Ancient at the end there.
And I
just
could see
GG.
chat literally right at the point in time when Juggernaut gets caught out, and it's just, oh man, oh, the chat just went crazy about it.
Yeah.
With that being said, Black and Yellow, they take the series 2-0. Very convincing game number 1 with that DK, and now even more so showing off that they could play the Knicks themselves. And it's just dominating. Like, in this scenario as DogChamp, if you ever run into these guys again, who do you ban? Because it's just, they didn't leave the Knicks Assassin, and they tried to take the Knicks Assassin themselves. It didn't do anything. And then now they have the Knicks, and it's even stronger. Like, I don't want to
think
be like
DogChamp-
Lukey Lukey's Pango was underwhelming, but I feel like Lukey Lukey's Pango might be somewhat underwhelming.
Well, and I feel like if you're Aristotle, right, you're in the lower bracket, you're playing for the qualification now in that setting, you just need to be wary, I think, of the Yarn Coddle. Because I think he was owning. He was doing, if Lukey Lukey kept the Timber down, then Yarn kept everybody else on Black and Yellow down. And then as soon as he started getting focused, then Black and Yellow really started pulling ahead in the game. I think that's the real takeaway here.
Well, with that takeaway being the case, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for us today on the Beyond the Summit channel for the North American Dota 2 qualifiers. There are a lot of other tournaments happening. I believe the Div 2 Open qualifiers, I don't know if they're still going. I could just click on the watch tab and see. It looks like the South American one is going, and our game just ended. It's still on the screen for... Oh, right, because we're quicker than everybody else, right? But there are other tournaments happening, so don't be afraid to go show some other zones some love. But if you're here strictly for NA Dota, then by all means be here again tomorrow for 12 p.m. PST and 3 p.m. PST for the last 2 games of the North American DPC Division 1 qualifiers. Anything you would like to say on the way out, ET?
Honestly, nah. I'm just excited for tomorrow. It's okay versus It's okay versus 5-man Midas and Aerosol versus DogChamp. Those are the games. I just want to see who qualifies at this point.
I mean, it's not saying that DogChamp don't have a chance. Aristotle seems like a pretty good team, but there might be some spots here and there that they need to work on a little bit. But we'll see exactly how they perform tomorrow, because they could have been watching the games tonight. So at any point in time, they could be getting some hot strats here. Maybe they're just like, maybe we just don't ban Nyx if we go up against DogChamp. So
I think everybody's gonna keep bidding Nyx.
yeah, I'm pretty sure Nyx is gonna be still first face banned. But you know, it's just in this game, it wasn't the case. It wasn't banned either games, and both games it hurt DogChamp. It hurt DogChamp a lot. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the Beyond the Summit Dota 2 North American Division 1 qualifiers. If you want some more North American Dota, be here at 12 p.m. PST tomorrow for our first series of the day, and our second series shortly after at 3 p.m. PST. So don't go far. There's more Dota 2 action right around the corner for you tomorrow. Do you want to say anything for that outro part? I realize I keep on taking it from you if you want to do one yourself.
Nah, dude. I'm good. I'm chilling.
All right. Well, with that being said, ladies and gents, we'll see you next time for some more Dota 2 action.